Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shades of Reality. My name's Michelle, and along with us, we've got June, David, Anne, and Daniela. And we're talking about relationships today. But something really fun about this post or this episode of Four Shades of Reality is that we're doing it without editing it. So you'll be able to hear all the ehs, ahs, ems, buts, and whatnots involved in this as well. So let's get to it. Let's talk about relationships. Relationships and what is a good relationship to you? Who would like to go first?
Um, I would say that to me, at my age, my stage of life, I would say that companionship and being in a relationship with somebody I can see as a companion is more important now than, in younger years. Maybe being with somebody that you could set up a family with. And then younger again, you had ideas of romantic love and, everything being all roses round the door. Whereas when you get older, it's not about that. And that companionship is more important.
Yeah, I like that, June. Companionship for you, it sort of feels like it's been an evolution of where it is that you started off with when you first kind of went, okay, I'm going into a romantic relationship with somebody, and it was to have a family and all the rest of the other lovely bits as well. But now you're saying now it would be nice to actually focus on companionship. So it sounds to me like you've done a wee bit of upgrading.
Yeah,
um,
I guess you could see it that way. Yeah.
Aye. And we've spoke before about who's to blame for this idea of romance and romantic relationships. Is it Disney? Is it the rom-coms that we watch? Is it the books that we read where we see these, I guess sometimes unattainable, and we we might even be as people expecting this sunflowers and daisies kind of romance, but it might not be that way at all. I'm wondering if anybody else has got anything to bring into the relationships part of the conversation.
I think companionship is so important, but it's got to feed your soul properly. It can't just be any kind of companionship. Um, it's got to be a safe kind of companionship where that other person is sort of meeting your needs and you're meeting theirs as well. And maybe you have the same kind of goals as well in life.
I love that, and it's quite unique for you, I think, because I love your love story. I hope you don't mind me saying that and calling you out on it. I really love your love
Not at
story.
all.
You started off
Thank
a romantic relationship as a teenager, and I guess you and your husband have grown together in ways that have seen through probably a lot of ups and downs, twists and turns.
you.
How have you managed that?
Yeah, so true. I met my husband when I was 15 and he was 17, so we were very young and we stayed together. Yeah, we just really, I think, again, we spoke about this before, how we just choose each other, choose to stay together. There could have been times where we did decide to go our own way, but we came back and made it work, I suppose, because we wanted to. We didn't stay together because we had to. And we do actually have a lot of the same goals and the ideals in life, so that definitely helps. And he's very good to me, so I really can't complain.
I love that. He's very good to you. And do you know it's really funny that people on YouTube can't see that, but we all can. When you're saying that, you're all growing together. We're all sitting here nodding our heads like, yes, yeah, that is important. It's so important to be growing together and to be kind of doing and choosing each other again and again and again. And I think that's the important thing, isn't it? Especially with a relationship that's lasting the test of time, because there will have been a few changes for you throughout your life. You'll have been a different now to what you were at 15. Um,
Absolutely. Yeah, actually, yeah, I think we're getting better as we get older, to be honest. We were maturing and yeah, and it's not been easy. We've had 3 children in those years, and different jobs, careers, changed our ideals as you do. You grow up, but we choose each other over and over again because it just works and it makes sense. It's not been easy, but it has been worth it.
I love that. I love that. You choose each other again and again. I think that
Yeah,
sentiment, and
yeah.
it's been so much. I think that people can probably agree to that. Listening in as well, it's the choice that you make to stay. It's a choice,
And
and
it's realising that it's never going to be perfect as well. You know, it's being realistic and saying, well, it's not the perfect relationship. It's never been the perfect relationship, but that's okay as well.
aye, for sure.
Yeah,
Again,
I like what Anne was saying about choosing to stay together. And I think that's huge. That's really important because it's that not having to work at it, but just not giving up. And yeah, and you know, seeing through like maybe tough times or working through it, working it out instead of just letting go of it because it's not all roses round the door. Being realistic, and I think that makes a good relationship, doesn't it?
I think I had a little bit of a different. I was trying too hard for too long with a person who wasn't working, thinking that it would change, it would get better. And the past 16 years, and it never changed, it got just worse. And sometimes I understand that we need to try, but I try too hard. I don't know if anyone else did ever have this.
Yeah, I can identify with that. Just yeah, not admitting that it's maybe time to throw the towel in, and try something different. And that's the trick, isn't it? Knowing when to quit and when to carry on. Yeah.
I
can I ask a
suppose
question? Sorry, David, on you go.
it's okay. I mean, I loved hearing Anne's story, and it takes me back to one of my best friends, and they were together and still are together since they were 15, 16. And I think deep down, I was always kind of looking for that. But I probably stayed in a marriage too long, and I should have left a long time ago. And I still hold lots of scars from the time, and still going through divorce at the moment. And I'm wary of going anywhere near a romantic relationship at the moment because I feel the scars and the hurt very deep, and it goes very deep. So I suppose when I was younger, I was always looking for that connection that one of my best friends had, and I feel that eluded me. That was always elusive, and that search is. I don't want that to be the search for that companionship. I want to be happy within myself going forward, and then hopefully, if it's right for me, things will happen. So yeah.
Isn't that such a lovely point, David? The relationship we have with ourselves as well, not just with other people, and being so secure in ourselves that we don't need someone else. But yeah, that's lovely, I think, as well.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's really nice, David, that you kind of bring in even the comparison to what you've seen that your friends have. So looking in and seeing what they have and saying, oh my goodness, I want a relationship that's like that. But then coming to the realization that actually I want the relationship with myself first, because I know that the almost kind of the scars that you hold from your previous marriage will still have a sting to them. And I'm wondering if that comparison is something, if you do you mind me asking? And I guess it's kind of going into June's point as well, when you were saying about like when is the right time to say, right, that's enough now, and do people hold on? And is there a reason for holding on? Is it the fear of the marriage failure, or is it the fear of kind of starting over again? What would you say it is?
Difficult question. I think the hurt And especially when there's children involved as well. When I have a daughter, I don't want to bring a partner into. I would always be wary with my daughter. Would that connection be there? Would there be a rapport with a new partner? And if I'm not in the right place, and just because the divorce is still ongoing after 3 years of solicitors, there's still a closure element within that to be done, I feel. And I still need to build some kind of new relationship with my ex-partner. So that romantic relationship changes, but that's not clear at the moment what that relationship looks like, because there's anger there, there's resentment. It's an ex, but it's not that relationship. I don't know where that sits at the moment. So maybe I'm looking for clarity where none exists.
It's a
I
long
think a big
process.
part of, sorry, Daniela, when you go.
David, it's a long process. I did go through a split up with my husband of 22. Well, I was together with him for 22 years with 3 children, and took a long, long time to be in a space where you can speak with each other without having this resentment. But then now we're grandparents, so it's changed. We are not best friends, absolutely not, but we are respectful. We like each other, and we love our children and grandchildren. So it's something what needs time. With the other person I split, there it's no relationship in the sense of he became a stranger for me. But I think it's very healthy for me. You can't do this because it's very hard. But for me, it's the healthiest way just to treat him like a stranger. Not even he's trying to make contact because he knows I'm going through a tough time, but I'm just ignoring because it's easier for me, because otherwise I'm getting angry. Because I stayed for so long, and it's 50-50. It's not just his fault. It's also my fault that I was staying for so long, even knowing. And that was my inability to say now it's enough, in the sense of, because I was scared to start again from zero, starting a relationship again. And it's really scary because who knows who you meet? How do you meet? I think it's very funny because I was asking Scottish people, how do you meet people in Scotland? Because in Switzerland and Italy, you see it very clearly. The guys are not shy. They're coming up and telling you exactly, are we going for a coffee? You want to go out? Here it's more like looking, not looking, looking, not looking. It's very, very strange. It's very different.
We're still in the playground over here, aren't we? We're still saying, here, my pal likes you. You like, and yours was, here, my pal likes you. No, I don't like your pal, but I like his pal. Sorry, I've just outed you on YouTube.
So true. You're outing all my secrets, Michelle, aren't you? I might get you back.
Well, after years and years of marriage, I'm sure you're safe.
I think for all the people, for all the people in the sense of like myself, June, and I include you, David, being a little bit older, it's really hard. It's really hard because I'm not sure if I have the strength to start again. I'm not sure that I am ready to have all these feelings and all this insecurity and putting myself out there. I'm not sure. I'm really, really honest. I know I don't want to get old on my own because it's scary. I'm single for the first time in my life, and it's a very strange way. It's not something what I chose. My partner passed away, but it's a very difficult one because I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for another relationship. If how would this even look?
Yeah, I think that's important, and I think the rules change as well when you get older, and you don't know what the rules are, and you don't know what other people expect or what they think a relationship is or what they want, and I think that's really scary as well. And there's things like dating apps, and the people on the dating apps all want different things, and it's so strange and sort of seems forced sometimes. And but people do meet each other that way, so it must work sometimes. But I don't know if it's, yeah, it's very scary and very tricky, definitely.
I think what I see with my friends also, the older you get, the more sort of used to your own ways you become as well, and you're less tolerant, maybe to share your space with someone and just give up your space and your peace as well if you were to get into a serious relationship. A lot of my friends now say, no, I just want my own space and my own peace, and they're not really willing to sacrifice that for a relationship.
I think I'm not scared about the space. I'm scared of getting hurt. I'm scared of going into a similar trap in the sense of not being really able to recognize when someone is not good for me. That's